Buddy, how are you? Second 3. Today we'll talk about permutations and factorial. What about factorial 1? Factorial 1 equal 1 and factorial 2 equal 2. Factorial 3, it's meaning 3 times 2 equals 6. And factorial 4, it's meaning 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equal 24. Factorial 5 will be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equal 120. Solve this example. Find unknown n. We have here 120 factorial 2n minus 3 equal factorial n minus 3 multiplication by factorial n plus 5. Okay, we can solve this example. First, we have 120, it's factorial of 5, right? Factorial of 5 here. Multiplication factorial 2n minus 3 here, factorial 2n minus 3 equal factorial n minus 3 multiplication by factorial n plus 5. Okay, we can find factorial n plus 5 over factorial 5 here, right? Factorial n plus 5 over factorial 5, and here factorial 2n minus 3 over factorial n minus 3. We can, using permutation here, 2n minus 3 in the top here, permutation subtraction between 2n minus 3 and n minus 3. 2n minus n equal n. Negative 3 minus minus 3 equal 0. The result will be n plus 0 equal n. And we can write partition here, n plus 5, and difference between them, n plus 5 subtract by 5, it will be n. We have here n equal n. Then 2n minus 3 will be equal what? Will be equal n plus 5. We can write here 2n minus 3 equal n plus 5, or n equal what? Equal 0. But if we put n equal 0 in this example here, it will be false. So we'll be refused this digit here, n equal 0, it will be refused here, because if you put 0 here in this partition, factorial here and factorial here, the left hand side not equal right hand side. But we can find 2n minus n, it will be n, and 5 plus 3 equal 8, then 8 equal n equal 8 in this example. The solution set about this example, about factorial 100 factorial 2n minus 3 equal factorial n minus 3 multiplication factorial n plus 5, then n will be equal 8. Next question here, we want to find unknown here n. If factorial n multiplication factorial n plus 2 equal factorial 2n. Who can solve this example? Factorial n multiplication factorial n plus 2 equal factorial n. We can write here n, here, and here n. We can write 2n outside to cancel 2n with n by multiplication by what? Look at here, I will write 2n here, factorial about 2n minus 1, and here factorial n, we can write n outside here, and the result will be n minus 1 factorial n plus 2. And then we can cancel n with n with n here. Then we can write factorial n and 2n minus 1. It's up and it's down. I will write here, look at here, factorial 2n minus 1 over what? N minus 1. Why? To convert this factorial to permutation. Permutation here about 2n minus 1 in the top, and in the down the difference between them. And here I can write factorial n plus 2 over 2, here it's meaning factorial 2 equal 2. Then we can convert factorial here to permutation. Write n plus 2 in the top here, and the down here, the difference between them, it will be n. N plus 2 subtract 2 equal n, and here write partition 2n minus 1 over difference between them, 2n minus n equal n, negative 1 equals 0, that will be n. Then we have n equals 0, or 2n minus 1 equal n plus 2, or n plus 2 equal 2n minus 1. Moving here it will be n, and moving here it will be 3, and equal 3, or n equals 0, put 0 here, factorial 0, and factorial 2, not will be equal, factorial 0 equal 1, and factorial 2 not equal factorial 0, there it's false. So the result will be 3, n will be equal 3 in this example. Okay, look at this example. We want to find unknown here about 20 permutation. X equal 20 permutation x minus 2y. First we must thinking about this example. X will be equal x minus 2y. It's the first solution about this example. X will be x minus 2y. We can cancel x, then 0 equal negative 2y, then y will be equal 0. If y equals 0 here, in this example, it will be what? X minus 2 equal 0. This is the second example. Or we have y equals 0 here. If y equals 0 here, then if y equals 0 here, put x equals 0, then x will be x. If y equals 0, then y will be 0, and x will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on to be 20. Okay, if y equals 0 here, x will be from 1 or 0 to 20. We have 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. So we have 0 and 1, it's the first 0 and 0, it's the first solution, or 1 and 0 and 2 and 0 and so on to get 20 and 0. We have 20 solution here. It's the first solution. Second solution here, we can write what? We can write 20 here. X will be what? X will be 20. Second example, x will be equal 20, and x minus 2 will be equal 20, and x minus 2y will be what? Will be 20, or x minus 2y will be 19. Understood? Then x will be 20, put x equal 20 here, then y equal 0. X equal 20 here, let x equal 20 in this example. 20 minus 2y equal 19, then 2y will be 1, so y will be what? Will be negative or half, because we're moving this number, and this number 20 minus 19 equal half, and y equal half. So the solution here will be what? X equal 20 and y will be equal half. Or we have another solution about this example. Put x equal 19 here, then y equal what? We know x equal 19 and x minus 2y equal 20. Okay, again, if x equal 20, x minus 2y equal what? Equal 20, or x minus 2y equal 90 here, and put x equal 20 here. Or if x equal 19, then x minus 2y equal 20, put x equal 19 here, then x 19 here, subtract y equal 20, then y will be what? Equal 19 subtract by 20, negative 1, divided by 2, it will be negative half, then x will be equal negative half. So we have another solution, 19 and negative half. 19 and negative half. Okay, how many solutions we have here? 20, 21, 22, and we have here 0 and 0, it will be 21. 21 solution here, and here 20 and half, and negative, where 19 and negative half, and 20, 1, 2, and 21, the result will be 23 solution. We have 23 solution about this example. Find unknown here if factorial n minus 2 equal 5 multiplication by factorial 5n minus 6. Okay, we must get 5 inside by multiplication by what? We can find the result by multiplication by n minus 1. The result will be n minus 1 multiplication by factorial n minus 2 equal 5n minus 6. Okay, multiplication factorial by 5n minus 6. Understood? Again, we have in this example 5 outside, factorial 5n minus 6, and factorial n minus 2. And multiplication factorial n minus 2, left hand side, right hand side. It will be 1 times 5 equal 5. Understood? And we can write n minus 1 inside. Inside here it will be what? N minus 1. And 5n minus 5, right inside here, it will be factorial 5n minus what? Minus 5. We get here factorial equal factorial, then n minus 1 will be equal 5n minus 5. Move here, it will be 4n, and it move here, 5 minus 1 equal 4, then n will be equal 1. Solution set will be 1, n equal 1. Again, in this example we have what? We have factorial n minus 2 equal 5 multiplication factorial 5n minus 6. We must put 5 inside by convert 5 here from term to expression by multiplication by n minus 1, left hand side, right hand side. It will be 5n minus 5 here, and we have n minus 1. We can write n minus 1 inside here. It will be factorial n minus 1 here, and factorial 5n minus 5. It will be n minus 1 equal 5n minus 5, then 4 equal 4n, then n will be equal 1. Next question here, you want to find unknown here. Solve this example, find the unknown here. Look at 3, we must write 3 inside. By multiplication by what? I will multiplication by n, subtract by 2. 2 times 3 equals 6. 6 will be get inside here. Okay, right, multiplication by n2. The result will be n minus 2 factorial n minus 3 equal 3n minus 6 multiplication by factorial 3n minus 7. Okay, I will write n minus 2 inside here. It will be factorial n minus 2, and 3n minus 6, write this expression inside the n minus 3 equal 3 multiplication factorial 3n minus 7. I find the result by multiplication n minus 2 to left hand side, right hand side. Then n minus 2 can write this expression inside here, factorial n minus 2, and here 3n minus 6 multiplication by factorial, write 3n minus 6 inside here. It will be factorial equal factorial, then inside here equal inside here, we can write n equal 4. Look at this example, factorial here n plus 5 multiplication n equal 48 multiplication to n plus 1. We know 48 here equal what? 48 equal 24 times 2. Then we can write n factorial n plus 5, and 48 write 24 multiplication by 2 multiplication by 2n plus 1. We can write 2 inside here by multiplication by what? N plus 1. Multiplication by n plus 1 from left hand side and right hand side. N plus 1 multiplication by n multiplication n plus 5 equal 24. It's factorial of 4. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equal 24. And 2 here multiplication by n plus 1. Okay, I find the unknown here by multiplication by n plus 1 left hand side, right hand side, and I will write here 2n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1 and n and factorial n plus 5. And we have here, it will be 2n plus 2. We can write it inside, okay? Then n multiplication by n plus 1, factorial n plus 5, it will be factorial 4, multiplication by 2n plus 2, multiplication by factorial 2n plus 1. Then n here, multiplication by factorial n plus 1, right? Look at here, we have this example, factorial n, multiplication factorial n plus 5 equal 48 equal 48 multiplication by factorial n plus 2n plus 1. We can write 48 equal 24 times 2, and multiplication by left hand side and right hand side by n plus 1 here. Okay, 2n plus 2 here, we can write it inside, and n plus 1 we can write this inside factorial here, right? N plus 5 multiplication n plus 5 equal multiplication factorial 4 times here factorial 2n plus 2. And thinking about this example, you can complete here factorial n plus 5 over factorial. This is greater, we can write here factorial here over factorial 4, okay, and write factorial 2n plus 2 over factorial n plus 1. We can convert permutation, run permutations about what n plus 5 in the top here, permutation, the difference between them will be n plus 1, and right here 2n plus 2 in the top, permutation, the difference between them, it will be n plus 1. We have here n plus 1 equal n plus 1, then n will be equal negative 1, but negative 1 it's false. We can write negative 1 in the top here, it's refused, okay, but we must write n plus 5 here will be equal to n plus 2, then n will be equal what? Equal 3.